All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nerds Lair. It's Juancho, as always. And from the Geek Takeover show. Well, the Geek Takeover.
And is it always El Wancho? Can it be Wancho L sometimes?
Hey man, depends on the mood. Speaking about the mood, unfortunately, no J Money. Yeah. You guys swapped again.
You haven't seen us in the same place at the same time. We may be the same person. That's all
Holy,
I'm saying.
holy cook. I guess, we'll start off with, cooking. Touch on, I guess, two things. One is I have a question for you and the audience, but more so, there was reports going on, and this came out the day or the day before we recorded last week, so we didn't have time to squeeze it in. But Shrek 5's, they announced the cast. The originals, Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya. Giga, you told me, or you saw Shrek when you were a kid. Are you excited for Shrek 5? Are you happy with Zendaya?
I mean, I don't. It doesn't really excite me for it. I don't feel indifferent on the Shrek Five front. Um, I think it's cool for Zendaya because her and Tom got a wedding coming up. I can relate. I know weddings are expensive. We may be in two different tax brackets, but I know they're expensive. Tom's got to get his Odyssey money. She's got to get her money. So keep them busy. Keep the paychecks coming. Let Tom be a stay at home husband.
I know you said you were indifferent about it, but do you think the design or redesigns are as bad as people make it out to me, or do you just not care?
I'll be honest. They don't really. I don't really care. It doesn't look that. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad.
Yeah,
Um, you know, but I'm sure just the same way that people bullied Paramount and they changed the Sonic design, I'm sure they're going to do the same with maybe not the same with Shrek, but I'm sure they'll do the same. It wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, that's valid. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm happy for Zendaya. She's getting more and more roles. You know, not only does she have Shrek 5 that year, but she has Spider Man and then Odyssey.
Oh, and not to mention, Euphoria is, coming back. They have between the two of them, they have plenty
Yeah,
of work to do.
yeah. All I was gonna add is, the redesigns don't bother me that much, but I'm still excited. But I'm glad we brought that up. The question is, and I saw someone or not someone, a lot of people complain, oh, it's too much Zendaya. She's getting overexposure. Do you think that's true, or do you think people are just hating just for the sake of hating?
I think they're
Because
just
I was
hating it
telling,
for. I
oh
think they're
sorry,
hating it for the hate. Because I'll go it. I'll go back to compare her to superhero fatigue. I'm just gonna. That's just the first example I thought about. Right. You complain about 7 to 8 plus projects a year for both Marvel and DC now, and you complain about it, but you still watch it. So good for her. She's very talented. I think she could do it. So yeah.
because I was telling Jay, it's like we've seen this with other actors, and not a lot of people complain. You know, Dwayne Johnson, Timothy Chalamet. Like I can go on and on.
Well,
Tom Holland.
people do complain about Dwayne Johnson, but Timothy
Yeah,
Chalamet, that's a perfect example.
yeah,
The internet loves some Chalamet.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, and I will say too. I was asking Jay, has Euphoria even been given a release date? Because
Hmm.
oh, it has. Okay,
They're
okay.
they're they're filming it.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't actually believe it's a thing again.
oh, interesting. But yeah, I don't. I mean, every actor has like a lot of projects in the docket. It's nothing new, and like you said about superhero movies, I mean that could be a whole episode. No one ever says, "Oh, there's too much comedies. There's too much crime thrillers." Blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
I guess that leads us into a little something unexpected. Well, someone expected to get fired, that's for sure. We got leaked concept art for the next. I think they just said Avengers Doomsday, pretty much. But Geek, what do you think of this?
Don't e-
I know it is just concept art, so anything can change at any
uh
given moment. But
yeah,
what do you think,
don't
just
even
based off the?
don't even get me started with the concept art. I mean, to me, the only thing concept art does is nothing. In Shang-Chi, there's concept art of Deadpool fighting Proxima Midnight. Why? Just cuz. Like I'm pretty sure the one of the artists did an interview and they asked him about it and he was like, yeah, just just to show the area that they were in, they just threw in two characters.
Yeah,
So concept art to me doesn't mean jack shit, especially when you have other artists like Boss Logic who says, for example, they use random actors for certain characters like that may have nothing to do with the character. Like it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Like they're all cool to see, but the only thing that I feel like it confirms is the Secret Wars storyline is going to follow the 2015 Secret Wars comic featuring
yeah,
God Emperor Doom in
yeah,
Battle World. That is probably the only thing that you could that, and I think it's a very safe bet that Black Panther will return. I can't guarantee that it's going to be that actor that they use because again, like I said, they just use a face for reference. They don't actually sometimes use the character.
yeah.
Um, so I don't know. It's cool. Was it done on purpose instead of on accident? Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It looks cool, but I'm not like losing sleep over it. And like you always, we brought up in the beginning of last year was what Madam Web, Spider Tom Holland Spider Man was in it or whatever it was too. Like,
That's yeah, there was something like that. And but I'm glad you also brought that up. There's concept art of Doctor Strange fighting Mysterio, by the way, in No Way Home.
yeah,
Just throwing that out there.
yeah, yeah, and
So
like, could it mean something? Sure, maybe, but like you said with the Black Panther actor, it's mainly for reference. You know, we're still a year, more than a year away. Anything could happen. So a lot of people also were saying, "Oh, it looks AI generated." I mean, I don't know about that. I doubt it, but I guess that wraps that up. And who knows? We'll get more stuff. Maybe we won't.
yeah, I'm sure we will, especially because I will like to just point out at least as far as like the Black Panther front of it, and then also I know there was part of like one of them featured like the Young Avengers and stuff like that,
Mm,
or like and also Star Lord with Vision. For that specific one, we have Vision Quest. I'm assuming we'll probably get that before maybe Secret Wars. So who knows? But that one maybe come true. Young Avengers, probably very likely. And Black Panther, they're going to film Doomsday soon. I believe it's now in April is when it films. So I'm sure there's going to be a Black Panther or sorry, a T'Challa Black Panther, I should say, in Doomsday. So I'm sure we'll probably maybe see something. I hope we don't see something, but you know what I mean.
yeah, I mean that is true. Also, for the most part, most of us want to go in fresh, so which is kind of rare nowadays, but one can
Oh
hope.
god, it's so hard. Like
Yeah.
I love it, but I hate it. Like I hate being
Mm,
on social media. I hate the era that we live in because it's so hard to not see spoilers. Like even if you try not to, you'll just accidentally come across it, and it's the worst.
'Cause, like, I enjoy knowing him, but I can't like argue with you, and we have this discussion a lot, like how those leaks ruined it for you, and probably for a lot of people, like, oh, cool, but kind of already saw it, you
Yeah,
know.
like I couldn't have that theater pop of Andrew Garfield and Toby because we knew they were in the movie.
Yeah,
Now, if that never leaked and we actually knew it, well, that's a completely different story.
yeah. Um, but I mean, I guess that wraps that now. Daredevil Born Again. We will, because people already talking about spoilers. I guess might as well cover it. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, pause and then come back. But might as well go ahead and start first two episodes. Geek, what do you think?
Um, I think. Oh gosh, I'm trying to like figure out how I want to collect my thoughts. So it's good. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, it's so nice to see Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio back. Those guys always kill it. Um,
Yeah,
I think the choreography throughout both episode one and episode two are phenomenal. The bar fighting scene, so good. Like that was just amazing to see. Uh, which I'll also talk about more about the bar fight later. I'm just going to kind of avoid that right now. Um, gosh, what like I'm trying to like run with the Mayor Fisk kind of thing felt a little rushed. Like I kind of wish they would have maybe shown more of maybe the campaigning or like the voting process. Like it felt like it was just so sudden. Like it
yeah.
happened very fast. Um, it's interesting that we're two episodes in. We haven't yet to see him in his in the costume, kind of, for more than like 5 minutes. So I'm wondering how long we're gonna wait to see him and don the horns again. How long is it gonna take for Fisk to fisk someone? Uh, Jeez, there's something that I just my favorite part of both of them when Fisk was doing his inaugural speech, I think on the television or something, and he was talking about we don't need the devils, we don't need vigilantes, we don't need men in spider suits. I was like, I was the Leo meme. I said, wait, he said the thing. He said the thing.
With the guy with the skull in his vest.
Yeah, well, no, when he said spider, like you know, Spider Man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
yeah.
Uh,
Nope, nice pun.
but I will say now, out before I hand it off to you, the thing that I didn't really care about was Foggy.
Mm,
That it didn't like it didn't hit me as bad as I think it was meant to. Maybe because it was so quick, and I don't like Karen, so I maybe it was maybe it was the fact that she was the one that was there and held him in his arms while he died. Maybe that's why I didn't like it because Matt was fighting Bullseye, which I am happy that he did that because that whole sequence was amazing. I can't wait to see what Bullseye does next. But it felt lackluster to me. Like I didn't think it was it didn't hit as emotional as I thought it would have. Like
yeah.
I think what could have been maybe cool, and I would still hope they would show this is showing Matt surviving the blip, hearing the heartbeats go away, like that, opening it with that, like being able to understand how feel the emotional turmoil of that. Then you go into Foggy's death. Then I think I probably would have been more impacted.
Hmm.
So, uh, and I can't wait to see Muse. I have heard he is amazing, so I'm having high hopes. And I pass the baton to you now because I have talked plenty.
Well, I'll start off. I'm with you. I dug the vigilantes, like the Punisher and Spider-Man reference. That was pretty cool. I loved the him in the diner and how it was the Echo reference. He's like, yeah, I tried to mentor someone and it didn't work out. I was like, yeah, she shot you in the face, and they both like just stopped and then laughed. That was a
I
great
forgot
scene.
about that was great.
White Tiger was, or the character of White Tiger was cool. Uh, can't wait to see how that develops. The action scenes were great, especially I kind of like the one in the second episode a little more, and not to that extent, but it kind of the ending left me a bit like, you know, not to the same extent. How would I? Almost as much as like the one episode of X-Men '97 and Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Mm-hmm.
and then like freaking Charlie Cox acting his ass off. Um, I will say, I guess start with the negatives though. I will like that same reaction I had with episode one. I didn't like. I was like, whoa, and then we heard. Was it like when the show was still being like when or right after it entered development? Weren't they gonna be killed off? Both of them,
I don't
Karen
think
and
no, I don't think they were
Foggy.
going to get killed off. I don't think they were in the original script.
Like at all,
Wait,
right?
yeah, don't even be started on the reshoots. But
Oh yeah. But what else was to say? Uh, unless there's like some other twisted plan, I'm like, why didn't he also try to shoot Karen? But uh, I don't know if you noticed this. I definitely, and it was just it's a minor thing when he's like leaping off, chasing him, chasing Bullseye in the first episode. I'm like, the
yeah,
CGI kind of looked a little shoddy there, but it was just like two shots, nothing too big. I will say it does. I kind of agree with you on the major thing. On the major thing, other than Echo, we really he just kept talking about it, and then now he's mayor. Like, but I do like that. To no one's surprise, we are starting to see his, you know, kingpin side again, and
yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna develop too.
Um, I will also want to say two things really quick.
Hmm.
Going back to the opening sequence of episode one, um, and then also talk about something that was breaking news today. So one, Matt got fucked up. Like he looked basically he was a porcupine with all those damn knives that he was poked with. That was in like I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like staring at my TV and I'm like, damn, he's getting fucking pin cushioned. Like just crazy. He got he got shredded. And then also another, I think the issue, like the reason why I have an issue with Foggy's death was like you're on the phone with somebody that you're stashing, which I don't think there's an explanation why he was stashing him,
Yeah,
like a actual explanation.
yeah. It's just he's in
And
trouble. That's it.
yeah, and then next thing we know, he's like, "I'm sorry, I told him where you are," and then he hangs up, and then you proceed to just like it felt like to me as a viewer, it was like he didn't do anything. He just looked at Karen and was like, yeah, I don't know. I wrong like he I guess the call dropped disconnected. I don't know. I guess we'll just stand here. Nobody's coming. I wasn't told that somebody's coming for me. Like that to me would raise a red flag, okay? Like maybe I should get the fuck out of here. Like, you could still be outside and get shot. Just don't stay in the same position. Be like, yo, let me go to my house. Yo, let me go to the police station. Literally anything except for just standing there. And that just irks me. Because it's like, why? I don't understand why. I don't. Um, but the breaking news that was broken today, which I think was maybe not a given after episode one, but both Foggy and Karen are apparently going to be um, coming back for season two. Now,
Hmm.
we don't know the rest of Karen's story and how that's going to progress. So, we'll wait to see about that. But the question is Foggy's coming back. Does this mean as flashbacks? Or, I mean, this is superhero continuity. And I always say, unless you see their character decapitated or disintegrated, fair play on coming back to life.
He has adamantium. Also, I wanted
He'll,
to bring up with the. Oh, were you gonna say something?
I was going to say he'll come back as male Elektra.
I was gonna say I don't. So would the two judges visit, White Tiger's wife, or was it? Yeah, they said like they're still
Yeah, his
married,
wife.
right? Okay, and he said, "Oh, go get his suit." He was kind of just looking over his stuff, and then just, ooh, let me look underneath the table or the bed. Like, bro, you're just kind of no, do that. Like, I was just like, why is he doing that? Don't do that.
I also thought it
Like,
was
I wish
weird
they would
that.
have found out.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, I just think it's weird how he just like got that instinct. I'm like, is he allowed to do that? I was just like scratching my head throughout the whole. But you're gonna
I,
say,
I was gonna say, and what I find weird about that specific scene is that he was going in there for a suit that she said was on the bed, and that is not a big apartment. The bedroom was right next to her, and it took him for like I don't understand how that would not raise suspicion. Like, hey, did you get a suit? It was just on the bed. What's taking you an hour?
yeah, he's
Like
just
that?
looking around. It's like, bro, are you lost?
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, bro?
Like, I get they needed that for the story, but I wish there was another way to. They would have found out he's White Tiger.
I think I'm actually okay with that.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I'm okay with that.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's just him, just like, let me look through his personal stuff, see what we can find. Like,
It's,
yeah, I don't. I'm overall, I'm with you. This is a great start. And a lot of people are like, oh, they're gonna Disneyfy him. I'm like, dude, this is right in tone with the Netflix stuff. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
want
it
to ask you
was. Mhm.
because you seen like all three seasons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I've only seen, sorry, only seen well, I've seen like seasons 1 through 2, and then like parts of 3. There's always the whole cry of, oh, is there like, do some people need to do homework for this, for that? I'll start off. I don't really think so. Like, oh, what do you think? Do you think this does a good job? Like, you can just watch it on its own, or
I mean, you could probably definitely watch it on its own. I don't think that's a problem. Um, I also don't think that there's such thing as homework because yeah, I just don't.
yeah,
You're gonna watch. You're gonna say it's homework, and then you'll go turn around and watch 6 movies and 7 shows for fun to get ready for a movie. You
yeah,
know. Um, but I mean, I guess if you want more of a connection between Foggy, Matt, and Karen, you can. Maybe with the Punisher
yeah.
stuff, you might be able to.
Yeah.
So
And did they say? Well, They obviously said stuff. They mentioned Echo. Where do you like? When exactly though do you think this takes place? Like, would you say around the time? Like, did they say a specific year, or am I tripping?
The only time frame it said was 1 year after his death in the beginning. But let me open up Disney Plus and I'll see if it.
Awkward sounds. So got a short and easy trivia for you, geek.
Do you still hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I opened up Disney Plus. I did on my phone, so maybe I might have went silent. But they have it listed as coming out after Agatha.
Oh,
So it went Deadpool, Wolverine, Agatha, then Daredevil on the timeline.
all right.
So
Yes, sir. But yeah, I don't. Any other thoughts or?
um love that we're getting more F bombs. Caught two so far. You know, love that.
Also, the suit looks good. I don't care what people say.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure because that one's all messed up, we're gonna get a new one, which I can't wait to see. Oh, one thing I want to bring up is because Karen said she lives in San Francisco now. It almost makes you wonder if when he was in California for She-Hulk, if that you could have said another reason why he was there was to see her. Like you could have maybe said that now.
Mm. Mm.
But no, based off the first two episodes, there's nothing additional um, that I think about that. At least that come to mind. Nothing comes to mind.
Agreed. It's a great start. You know, so far we had one
Is
great
it the
show or animation. Now this. Yeah.
is it the best first episode for a Marvel Disney Plus show?
Mm. It's in the discussion.
I feel like it's hard to like Loki probably is up there.
Mm.
I think no matter how what you think of it, I think Moon Knight is up there. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is up there, and I'm only counting live action.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna put Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier, Moon Knight. I'm trying to think if there's any more that I want to just throw up. I don't know what other ones like would you throw into the ring?
I'd say Miss Marvel.
It's a good one.
Did you say Falcon Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah,
Okay. WandaVision.
yeah, but I also feel like WandaVision like it really also helps that it had the back to back for the first two. You
Hmm.
know,
It's valid.
but
But yeah, we can't wait. Definitely come back with episode 3.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's weird that on my birthday specifically we get a double feature. We get 2 episodes again, which
Oh, so
that's
they're kind of pulling a bit of a Spider-Man, like, oh,
no, it's weird because it's only just that day.
oh, only that
Like
day?
it's one a day, and then you get to the 25th, and it's 2 episodes.
Okay, oh, interesting. But yeah, I guess that wraps it up. And you said you had nothing else to add.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, at least Kingpin's eye is doing good now. Well, that's all I gotta say.
Well, I mean, he has that prosthetic, I think, still. So,
Yeah.
or did she heal it? I don't remember honestly.
I was gonna say too, and you brought like we didn't get any mention, like direct mention of him meeting with She-Hulk, did he? Did we?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I think I really unfortunately think um the only confirmation of She-Hulk is going to be when we see all of the mask and you see the yellow helmet. I think that's
Mm,
going to be the only time that you get a She-Hulk reference.
for sure. Well, I guess that wraps up this or today's show. Got a quick and easy trivia for you.
Okay.
So, can you name all the live action appearances of Daredevil? And
Now,
got
are we
bonus points if you
counting?
guess the.
Are the seasons counting as one each, or are we just counting like all of Netflix and Born Again as one?
Uh, I'll call it. I count it just as one to make it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So obviously there's that. Then he was in No Way Home.
yeah.
Then there's the Ben Affleck movie, She Hulk. And I think there was an. I think I want to go with five.
So far, you got the Netflix show. You said No Way Home,
Mm-hmm.
She-Hulk,
Ben Affleck movie.
or Ben
Oh, you know
Affleck.
what? He probably was in Elektra in a cameo. So I'm gonna go six. Actually,
Shit, you got the bonus point.
I didn't even think about it, and it just popped in my head, and I was like, oh shit, that's right. So yeah, I'm gonna go six. I'm gonna go six appearances.
So far, Daredevil and Elektra, Netflix show, No Way Home, She-Hulk. I mean, one should be obvious. We just talked about it, so we talked about two.
He wasn't in. No, he wasn't in Punish. Mm, okay, so hold on. Let me reiterate what I have. So I have the shows, the Born Again and the Netflix series.
Yeah,
Oh wait, do you count Defenders as
yeah,
its own separate thing?
yeah. He appeared in it, so yeah.
Okay, so Defenders, all the Daredevil TV shows, the Daredevil movie, No Way Home, She Hulk. Oh, Echo.
Yes. Now, damn, we're staying when you need him. Because Jay and I were talking about this. Can you guess his very first one though?
Um, I know it's not the Ben Affleck movie. I just couldn't
Yeah.
tell you. Let's go with 1994.
Well, this is live action.
Yeah,
All live
I don't know.
action.
I just did a random year, so I'm gonna go 1994. I feel like it was like some old cartoon or something.
No,
Higher or lower
lower.
than 94? 82.
Let's see. Higher.
85?
Little higher.
86?
Higher.
88?
Higher.
90?
Lower.
89?
Okay. Now can you guess the project though?
Oh god. Um, I have
Wilson
no idea.
Fisk was also in it.
I don't even know what.
I'll just say this: he's like one of the first Marvel characters to have a live action show, and this was like his second movie or second TV movie. I think I might have
Is
just
it
giving you a hint.
Spider? Is it like a Spider-Man project? I
No,
know there's.
I actually
Um.
did mention him. I did mention him in this show before.
Oh god.
Starts with an L. His name.
First thing that popped in my head was Luke Cage, but I was like, no, this was the '80s. They did not like Luke Cage. Lex Luthor. Um.
Since
I'm
you guessed
blank.
Elektra, I'll give you a bonus point if you guess this one.
Okay, I don't even like. I'm blanking on characters with L.
Well, no. The actor's name, or one of the actors who played him.
Uh, I don't even know.
All right,
Uh,
so his first name starts with an L. His last name ends with a no.
L. Lois Lane.
I know you got this.
I I don't I don't know. I don't know any actors off
You
the top of
can't
my
think of
head.
another Marvel character who got his live action show?
God off the top. Well, I mean, like I'm just trying to like. So the actor's name is initials are LL.
No, his it's LF, but his last name ends with O. I think I might have just given it. I'll give
Um.
you another hint. He was in the other Hulk movies. He was
Oh,
in
Lou.
the
Lou Ferrigno.
yeah,
He was in. He was in
yeah.
the
He was
Hulk.
in the yeah. He was in the Hulk and then the Incredible Hulk.
Huh. Huh. Well, I'll be.
So it was. You want me to just give it to you?
Yeah.
The Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have never gotten that one.
Honestly, I would have given to you. You would just guessed the Hulk series.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I would have never gotten that.
So yeah, Trial of Incredible Hulk, Daredevil, Elektra, Daredevil or Netflix Daredevil, Defenders, No Way Home, She-Hulk, Echo, and then Born Again.
Man's been busy.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess
Busy.
well, he's born again.
No, I was gonna say I'm a busy bee, but yeah, that too.
hmm But where could the people find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube at the Geek Takeover, um, or you can follow me at home. Preferably not, but you can.
Just look around and it's like, hey, he's like, who are you? I'm a fan of your show. Oh,
What about you, Wancho? Where can the people of America find you?
you can just find me at the superhero HQ. I'm just chilling there.
Showing like a villain?
hmm Don't forget J Money. You guys can follow him on Twitch or wherever. I don't know where he's at right now.
He
But
is doing J things.
yeah, or on the superhero HQ, like and subscribe, all that fancy stuff. But with that, you guys have a good one.
Bonjour. Have a good night.
Yeah.